Welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren from Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I'm going to be talking about a book that I have like a lot of special editions. I've never read it. It's part of a series by Saffron Kent, and that is A Gorgeous Villain. This is from the St. Mary's Rebels Reformatory School, or St. Mary's Rebels. This is the second book in the collection. The first book is My Darling Arrow, which I think I'm going to read. I'm going to see if I like it, because this one was just a little... It was good. I gave it like a 3.25, but I was just not expecting what was going on in the book to be going on when it was going on. So we start off with a prologue, and this prologue is really, really long. It's like a novella, because I think it's 120 pages, and that's just the prologue. We haven't even got to the story yet, but it shows how our heroine and our hero first started out with this, why she was at this reformatory school, basically. And it's because her brothers are all football legends. I mean, when football, I mean like European football, so soccer. They're all football legends and have a rival, and that is Reed, or Roman, as his pet name is. So Reed is their rival. He's on the same team as her brother, who is the teammate, and her older brother is the coach. And they have this rivalry where whoever scores the most points at the end of the season is the winner. And so like it's bloodshed. So like there's half the team is Team Reed and half the team is Team Ledger, who is her brother. She is a freshman and he is a senior. So keep that in mind. She was supposed to be a junior, but she had to repeat a year. We start off this with her meeting Tempest, which is Reed's sister, both in the same year, and they become best friends. That leads her to being alone with Reed, and him and her starting this like forbidden friendship that leads to like something else, and him using that something else to win a football game. Him and her brother have this pact where, yes, they are rivals. Yes, they can do anything to get the job done on like sabotaging each other, but they're not supposed to bring their little sisters into it. And Reed did, to win the final game, which is sad. So he broke her trust, broke her heart, and she took his most prized possession, a Mustang that he built by himself. Hard work, and she pushed it into a lake. She got charged with it, and instead of going to juvie, she gets to go to this reformatory school, and this is where we like leave off. So it's been 2 years since that whole incident, and she's been at this like school. She's met the group of friends that this whole entire series revolves around, and then you also get hints of the other couples and their situations. So like in Darling Arrow, you get to see Arrow and one of her friends. Is it Sim? I forgot who is with Arrow. How it starts off a little bit, and then in the middle of the book, they're together. So keep that in mind. She finds out that Reed is back in town 2 years later, and he's still a gorgeous villain, because that's what she calls him in the beginning, before she calls him Roman as a pet name, is he calls her Fairy or Faye. She's a ballerina, and she was learning or about to be a part of a production where she was a fairy who was being lured to her death by a human who she fell in love with, but the human who she fell in love with didn't love her. He was only hunting her and using her, basically. Same like this story. Just saying. But he is back into her life, and they start this like push and pull situation. She's still feeling guilty about pushing his car into a lake. once she found out that like he actually built it himself because Tempest told her. And him, on the other hand, we find out that something's going on with him and his father, and he is just plotting but not plotting. We find out that he made a deal with his father in order for her not to go to juvie and to go to the St. Mary's. His father used her. So now he is now working for his father, which he's never wanted to do in the first place because his father is just blah. His father is evil. Just saying. Long story short, they start this friendship relationship again, a situationship again. And again, it's like a push-pull kind of thing until it heads one night where she like probes him into having sex with her. And it just takes one time. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. That's half the book. I was trying to figure out what the other half was going to be if that was the halfway mark. Just saying. But it's just them like going through like the last of her year at St. Mary's, pregnant, dealing with her brothers and his father, and then their relationship together and whether they can actually communicate and actually be together. So I can name on one hand that I still have fingers left of how many times there was spice in this book. And actually, spice did not even happen until the halfway mark. I'm letting you know, halfway mark. I think we were like 200 and something or 300 something pages in, and that's when the first spice happened. And I was just like, what am I here for? At like 100 and I think it was like 124, I was like, I don't know if I like this book because like nothing's really happening because I was still in the prologue. Like I was still in the prologue. I had just left the prologue and was starting on her like first couple of days in the last year of her being at St. Mary's. And then she finally finds out that he's in back in town. So like I'm just like, what? Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for this. But I can say that like I enjoyed the book. I probably wouldn't reread this because there wasn't enough of chemistry for me. There wasn't enough. She was very naive, very innocent. And throughout the whole entire thing, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about like the plot with her in it. It just didn't seem like they were meant to be. If you get what I mean. Like I don't understand why they were together. But they have HEA. So that's my thoughts on this. I will probably read the other books. But if everything's like this, I don't know if I'll keep the other books. Because most of, actually like all of the books for the series, I have special editions of. And I don't know if I want to keep books that I just are okay with. And the only book, like literally the only book that I'm going to keep because I have to keep it is God of Pain. I'm keeping that book because I want the complete series. Because I love all the other books but that. So, all the books that are out right now. Until book 5. And I'm ready for book 5. It comes out in December. But yeah. My name is Lauren. I post a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Sunday. So please subscribe so you can get notified when it's uploaded. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!